Welcome back to the Teacup Trail. We are in the second half of episode 9. As you can tell, it's already December. We should get started.
So, who exactly bought your land?
Some big city outfit. I still got the paperwork. First they brought on the surveyors, and then Pinkerton.
Why don't we continue this back at headquarters, huh?
I never thought I'd see the day that Amonia would be in league with the Pinkertons.
It's because I'm not.
Those rats. They're pulling everybody's strings. Well, that weasel Montague ever got his claws into a constable.
Montague? Union City Holding Company? Clifford, you need to tell me everything you know.
Hopefully Clifford, I think if I remember his name right, this old man, Clifford, hopefully he tells Nathan the whole truth and it will help Nathan get to the bottom of this. So this is a big story, a big reveal developing, and I'm sure I will find out eventually what is going to happen and what is going on in the land of Hope Valley.
Well, these plans for a new bandstand have been gathering dust in the old mayor's office forever.
Now's the perfect time to use them.
Yeah. And you think we can do it?
That shouldn't be a problem.
Good. That's really good.
Look, I know that the governor's only going to be here for a day or two, but we are going to build this thing to last.
We're gonna roll up our sleeves.
Put elbow grease into it. I think we can pull it off. Give us a week or two.
Oh, maybe less.
Yeah, less.
Lee.
Oh, no. Rosie, what did you do?
No. It isn't Rosemary's fault. Oh, Elizabeth, it is my fault. I'm the one who wrote the letter. I don't know what I was thinking. Promising things I could never deliver, and certainly not by tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Oh.
We just got the telegram. They changed their plans. The governor arrives tomorrow.
Oh, Lee, I feel like...
Like
a...
Like what? A dreamer?
A believer.
A doer.
Come on, sweetheart. You're just being my Rosie, that's all. And there is nothing you cannot do when you put your mind to it. Isn't that right, Goldie? See? Your daughter believes in you, and so do we.
Thank you.
We can add Lee and Joseph to the list. The whole town gonna find out. Like, there's no way to hide it from everyone. But I'm not sure if they will be able to pull it off and get that bandstand ready in less than 24 hours now. But I love the beautiful support and encouragement from Lee, Joseph, and Elizabeth. Trying to lift up Rosemary's spirit. She does go after the big things, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm sure as a team and with everyone's help, they will be able to at least present a decent presentation to the governor.
Are they inside? Who are you? I'm Avery. Where's the boss?
He's on the other side. He says shoot for the heart.
Did he? Pinkertons. Don't shoot! Spill! There's Pinkertons everywhere and I don't trust them. Let's get out of here. Come on, Clifford. Let's go.
You know, there's always something with the Pinkertons, like almost every season, maybe, if I remember correctly. Always something with them. I think it's awesome that Bill showed up, and I think it was a great idea, a great plan to get Nathan and Clifford out of there before anything got worse. This is building up pretty quickly. I'm curious if we would get a conclusion to this case by the end of this episode, but I feel like this is one of those big stories this season that will probably last until the last episode of this season.
Be my little baby bumblebee. Now it's you, now it's you, now it's you. Be my little baby bumblebee.
Buzz around, keep a buzzing round.
Bring home all that honey love to me.
Little bee, little bee, little bee.
What?
Isn't it supposed to be funny?
No.
Well, it is.
Well, it's not supposed to be.
I kind of like it.
Mike, we can't sing the song for the governor. It's too silly.
We're out of time and we don't have anything else.
What about my suggestion? The water's wide.
It's about a funeral. We should sing about something happy, like bumblebees.
It's not happy if you're allergic to bees. Everyone's counting on us.
Hey, I think we could figure this out.
Well, unless someone knows a song that we can learn in an afternoon and sells just how perfect Hope Valley is.
Angela and Allie wrote a song. Yeah, and it's really good. And it's about Hope Valley and how it's the best place ever.
Great.
That song will never make it to the public eye. Definitely something for kindergarten little kids. But who brought him to the rescue? Allie and Angela. Part of me, I'm not surprised though, because Allie writes poems and Angela knows how to play instruments. She can sing well. So they can be like really good partners in songwriting. So that's pretty cool. And we will get to hear the song, I assume. But other than that, yeah, this scene like definitely has that great sense of humor, and I couldn't stop laughing at May. This is something out of her comfort zone, but with a great song, I think it will boost her confidence up a little bit. And Mike, before I forget, Mike played an instrument in the scene. I was impressed. I did not expect this. I don't think I ever saw him play an instrument before. I think that's a banjo, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm like, this guy is really talented. Like, I'm impressed. I'm wondering, like, the time frame between this scene and the other scene when Bill rescued Nathan and Clifford. I was thinking, like, the Pinkertons waited too long. Anyway, it's kind of, like, surprising to me because I thought when Bill rescued Nathan and Clifford, and I just realized that Bill came through the front door, and the Pinkertons, it looked like they came through the back door. So I was like, you know, they waited too long. They didn't hear Bill coming in. I thought it was like a bad game plan on their part. But I thought if they were more proactive and maybe heard Bill came in, you know, they would have like came through the back door, and then it would be like face to face, and that would be like really intense. But no. Well, I guess it's a good thing that they missed Nathan, Bill, and Clifford.
And please let Gustave know we absolutely must include duck à l'orange with the main course.
Maybe you should tell him, because when I try, he says something in French, and between you and me, it doesn't sound very nice.
Oh, Gustave. Mr. Mitchell, tell me, how are the springs?
Obviously, you haven't heard. The water has disappeared. It is gone. Fini. There's barely a foot of water. It's more of a foot bath than a spa. You want to fix this, Bouchard?
Oh, yes, of course. Yes. Would you check that out?
Is that before or after I finish a welcome song and tell Gustave about our special menu?
Yeah.
Oh, is that for the governor?
How do you know about the governor?
I'm his advance man. Didn't they tell you? His man on the ground? Well, in this case, Hope Valley without Hope Springs, which he was looking forward to. It's how Mrs. Coulter persuaded him, along with the radio, the choir, the bandstand, and the ball. By the way, I mentioned your name to him, Bouchard. He's asked for a meeting.
The governor wants to have a meeting with me?
You get the job done. His honor likes the cut of your chin, your clout amongst your brethren.
Well, I would be happy to meet with him.
I'll make arrangements with his honor upon his arrival tonight.
You mean tomorrow night?
Oh, no. Tonight, I expect to see his entourage rolling down Main Street in 3 hours. Sooner, if we're lucky. Oh, Buxton was an absolute disaster. I mean, broken radio, false promises of a live broadcast, screeching brass band. I mean, honestly, who do these people think they're dealing with? Oh, and by the way, His Honor detests duck.
Of course. Thank you.
Rosemary.
I think it's helpful that Lucas and Mike ran into Mr. Mitchell. He was very kind to give them some pointers, some advices, basically a heads up, like, hey, the governor's coming in 3 hours. I think it's best that Mr. Mitchell talked to them instead of Rosemary, because I think she would have acted differently. I think she would have freaked out on the spot. Yeah, this is getting really intense. I'm very curious as to how well tonight and tomorrow will go with the governor visit. In the hot spring, that's like one of those other big storylines in the second half of the season. Like, where did the water go? I think there needs to be a serious investigation into it, because if the water stopped for indefinitely, that's not good. That can lower the revenue for the town. And bonus point to the writing team, that was a great twist to find out that Mr. Mitchell is part of the inner circle of the governor, so he knows plenty of inside information about the governor's schedule and what he likes, what he doesn't like. So yeah, that was a great twist. I did not see that coming. And like, if you really think about it, like, Mr. Mitchell, like, keeps coming back to Hope Valley, like, not only because of the hot springs, but there was some, other things about him that we didn't know yet until now.
Buxby Balfour? Be Elizabeth Bixby.
Florence. It's Bixby.
Buxby? Bixby!
Oh.
What's that?
This is wrong. Take it down. Right now.
Yes, dear.
Oh. This is looking optimistic.
How do you spell Bixby?
You can sort of make out a shape if you squint. This is a mare, Elizabeth.
Not yet. There's still plenty of time.
Rosemary.
What is it? Oh, he's not coming.
Oh, he's coming tonight.
In 3 hours.
3 hours?
Why don't we go for a walk? Remember those breathing exercises?
Oh.
I know this is overwhelming.
Overwhelming?
All right. Then it's time to get underwhelmed. Get on top of it, Coulter. You've done a wonderful thing. All right, so it won't be perfect, but that doesn't mean it won't be good.
No, keep talking. This is working.
Wait.
Okay, my first thought is, do you see that engagement ring on her finger? Like, it was just like sparkling and bright and just like, so beautiful. And now I remember, wait, episode 12. Anyway, Rosemary, I told you, I knew. I think we all knew Rosemary will freak out, will stress out even more, overwhelmed. But that was a really good pep talk from Elizabeth. But also, I'm glad that Lucas and Mike told Rosemary right away instead of hiding it from her.
Come back to Hope Valley, our wonderful home, where everyone's welcome and no one's alone.
Well, that was lovely.
We wrote it for Hope Valley, but we changed the lyrics for you.
With our tireless leader, we'll come out on top. We know with Mrs. Rosemary, we'll never be stopped.
Everyone's learning it.
We're all rooting for you.
And I won't let you down. If the governor is coming in 3 hours, we will welcome him. 3 hours?
That was such a cool moment. Writing an original song, I think that takes a lot of talent to write your own song. And these 3 girls learning a new song within, an hour or 2, less than a day. It's pretty impressive. Memorizing the lyric, and Angela thankfully already know how to play the notes on that banjo. But this was a great timing. It encouraged Rosemary, and it motivated her to continue to prep for the arrival of the governor. And it's funny, Allie, 3 hours, but you can see the change on Rosemary. She just smiled at Allie, we got this. Yeah, I think they will be able to manage it. In the middle, nothing great, nothing poor, in the middle. I think they will survive. If Buxton did bad, I'm sure Hope Valley will do better, and maybe it will impress the governor, at least in one way or another.
Much better. And how's the bunting, ladies?
On it. We'll be ready.
All right, Lucas.
Yeah.
Be honest with me. How much trouble are we in?
2 courses?
2 it is.
Great.
And what about the black tie gala?
Can I have 48 hours?
All right.
Great.
He will just have to extend his stay. And if he can't, so be it.
Rosemary.
I always say, don't let perfect be the enemy of good enough. Perhaps I should say it more often.
We could simplify. We could take it off the top.
Well, we've already got the woodcut for the wedding pergola.
You can use that. We'll have time to redo it.
Absolutely not. We have infringed on your wedding planning enough. Postponed your tasting, stolen energy and focus. No. Who needs a bandstand? The choir can perform right here on the ground with the people.
Well, that's not necessary. Would you say 3 hours?
Yes.
Well, how about a little stage just right over here? I think that my crew and I could handle that. What do you say?
Yeah.
For sure.
Hope Valley will finally get a stage. That's wonderful.
All right.
Sounds like a good idea.
Let us know if you need a hand.
Let me grab a few things and we'll march them over.
Thank you, Elizabeth, for catching me before I fell.
Always.
I just feel like this is all happening while Bill and Nathan, on a mission, protecting Hope Valley, and they're missing all this fun planning, prepping for the governor. Rosemary, she is calm and collected. Keep calm and carry on. That mood that she is in right now, which is good. Henry, I love him. He participating in more with the group activities, getting involved more in the community projects and whatnot, working with the kids, not only with the garden, but now making a stage in the center of Main Street. And that's Rosemary's dream come true. You can see that Rosemary still have that acting musical background. She's so excited for a stage. A stage outside on Main Street. But, anything of, associated with acting or musical, that's her passion, that's her love. One of her loves in her life. It's so awesome that Elizabeth support Rosemary. She didn't give her negative energy, negative support. Rosemary acknowledged that and thanked her for that in this scene. I thought that was very sweet to see that in the friendship. Planning a gala, planning the meals for a gala, a black tie gala, like that takes time. And I applaud Rosemary. She's like, you know what, that's like a big event, like 2 days, like go for it. If the governor doesn't want to stay, then we can have it to ourselves in Hope Valley. So that showed that she put her team, her people over the governor, you know, like what can we do? Like, I don't want to overwhelm everyone in Hope Valley. Like, we do what we can do today, and then if we have time, we can continue tomorrow, and hopefully the governor will stick around for the gala. So it's just like they need to impress the governor today, tonight, in order for him to be convinced to stay in Hope Valley for another night or two. But I really didn't like when Elizabeth said they can postpone building something for her wedding ceremony. I forgot what she said. And Rosemary was like, no, like, we already postponed your wedding planning. Like, you don't have enough time after this governor situation. You have less than 6 weeks to your wedding. And I was just thinking, like, Elizabeth, like, you have to be realistic at the same time, you know? Like, you already have the wedding date set. You know what you want in your wedding ceremony, the decor, the setup, and the wedding reception. Like, you don't want to change too much. Like, if you change one thing, like, it can affect the other planning ideas. So good for Rosemary on that, but I just didn't like how Elizabeth like, forget about my wedding. That's how I felt. I don't know about you, but it's just like, whoa, Elizabeth, like, hold your horse. Like, don't go that fast. Like, don't go too far ahead in postponing, you know, something in your wedding just to meet the expectation, meet the goals for this governor arrival. Elizabeth's wedding is important too. It's a little bit more important than the governor, in my opinion. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say on this scene. Yeah.
Mountie outpost nearby. Clifford, you can ride with me.
Did you see where they went?
No, boss. Knocked me out.
Well, look! What's that? Is that them?
Time to go. Clifford!
Let him go.
Wasn't he holding you hostage? No, there's more to this whole water thing. Clifford's just a pawn. He says it's tied to Montague.
Montague?
Even though I don't like Nathan with Elizabeth, I was nervous right there for like 2 seconds. I thought like Nathan like got shot, but thankfully he didn't get hurt. This is heating up right now, and yeah, I'm excited to find out, you know, what this whole story is about.
Any news on the mail?
Robert says they've stopped all deliveries to and from Rock Creek. It must be the standoff. Oh, and a constable has been taken hostage, and there have been reports of shots fired.
How awful. I wonder if Nathan's heard anything.
Oh, I haven't seen him all day. Have you seen him, Elizabeth?
I'll see if I can find him.
I would love to know if the confetti is coming for the welcome parade. Nathan?
Assistance needed in Rock Creek. Farmer standoff has escalated, requesting RNWMP presence.
Elizabeth? What is it?
There's a standoff in Rock Creek with a farmer. A constable was taken hostage. Nathan got this telegram this morning and went out there. Henry, they say shots were fired.
He's cool-headed. I'm sure he'll be fine.
I can't do this again. Not again.
Nathan's back! Morris, Nathan's back!
Excuse me. We heard that there was trouble.
Is everything all right? Oh, thanks to Nathan. Switched places with the hostage, outsmarted some Pinkertons.
Saved my life.
After this man held our constable hostage.
All right, Bill. Nobody wants to be bored with your exaggerations.
Welcome home.
Hey.
See that, guys?
Believe it or not, they were fresh out. I gotta feed Newton. Why don't you take Hero?
Here. I'll lock him up.
Sounds like he was quite heroic.
He's coming! He's coming!
Oh! He's coming! He's coming!
Okay.
I'm not sure if I will split the scene up when I edit my review for the scene. Lately, I've been not splitting up the scene, and it has been glorious. But the only issue is, of course, copyright, and every time I upload it, it takes 2 days for either YouTube or Hallmark to let the video back to the public, so all fans around the world can see my reviews. It just keep blocking US fans in the first 2 days, and then after that it is public again. So it's been really weird, and I think Hallmark probably had enough of me, so they'll probably be thinking like, yeah, just let her go. So I think I'm gonna keep the whole entire scene up. I hope it's okay. We'll see. We'll find out when I upload this review up. But I just didn't want to split this because I feel like the emotion, the intent is just so overwhelming, and I'm like, oh my god, like what is going on? I was like a little bit on the edge of my seat. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Because my first thought was Lucas. Like, I'm like, oh boy, here we go again. It reminds me of, I have like not the greatest memory. It's a season 6 or 7. It was like during that love triangle battle, and I think Nathan was on a mission or something, and Elizabeth thought that he got shot or something. It was actually a different Mountie. Yeah, at that moment, that was my second thought watching this whole entire thing. I was like, oh, it brought me back to that scene many seasons ago. And but this scene, in comparison to that old scene, this one is it's more intense. It's more impactful, and I'm not trying to like say this as like in support of Nathan, but it's just like, it's like a whole new level, and I'm just like, where is this coming from? And it's breaking my heart because I'm Team Lucas. I question, like, okay, like, it's kind of like a whole new level of feelings that she had toward Nathan. I think, like the first, like, layer is, like, he is a Mountie. Like, in general, you don't want to see police Mountie to get shot. Like, that's, like, the last thing you will want to wish on a Mountie or on a police. Like, get shot on their duty, at the job. But I think that the second layer, where this Mountie is not only just a Mountie, but he is her friend. So that's like at that emotional attachment to this situation. And then there's another layer, the third layer. And I'm questioning Elizabeth right now because I was just like, okay, like, is there like a third layer in the scene? Because I was like, okay, not only the emotional attachment of he is a friend, but also the emotional attachment of like you might have a thing for him, feelings. But this was like so much greater, like it was a greater impact to the other scene that happened many seasons ago, you know, when we had that love triangle shenanigan going on. So yeah, that's my analysis. Like I do feel her emotion, and like it was very impactful in my opinion, even though it's breaking my heart that, you know, she might leave Lucas, you know. Yeah, and then out of all places, she walked into the library, and that library holds a lot of meanings for her and Lucas, and a lot of memories in that library. And I think the good thing about her going to the library was that, you know, it kind of like had that metaphor, that symbol, like Lucas, you know, is her comfort, you know. Like she could have gone, you know, anywhere else, but the library, like, you know, she felt comforted and peaceful enough to get away from the scene and have a moment to herself. Like she literally has like tears coming down, and I'm just like, this is way more than the other scene that first time around. I forgot, season 6 or 7. I need to look it up. I'm gonna pull up the episode number in the bottom here, but yeah, I don't know, like I felt it, like I'm not gonna deny it, but I'm just like pissed off that this is you know, going into Nathan's direction. And of course, now I just remember the glance between Nathan and Elizabeth. Nathan, like, she just like gave her that eye contact, like, you know, I'm home, like, you know, everything good, like I got this. But Elizabeth tried to like cover up, like she didn't want to show her emotional side to Nathan. She didn't want Nathan to worry about her in that moment. Yeah. The next question, is she ready to go through this again? You know, if season 11, Elizabeth, Nathan, endgame, you know, like, is she willing to go through this again? Like, for me, I don't want to see her go through this again. Like, I don't know if she had that capacity to go through this again. Like, she needs to get rid of her fears. I know, like, you know, sometimes, you know, our fears, our regret, like, always gonna be, like, looming over our heads, you know, like, it will come and go, but she really need to not let them, like, dictate how she live, you know, how she move forward, you know. If she want Nathan, like, you gotta deal with that crap. I mean, just say it as it is, like, you know, be a Mountie wife, like, it's a big deal, and I don't see Nathan retiring. And if the writers force Nathan to retire, I think that would be, like, so dumb. But I think in the Hope Valley world, I think Nathan loves his job, and I think Elizabeth needs to respect that if she wants to be with him. Oh, and then Henry is like one of the OG, you know, the original member of the show. So he saw everything. Like, he witnessed Elizabeth's journey ever since she came into Hope Valley, ever since they met. So he felt that too. He's like, oh my god. And it showed that Elizabeth still have like open wounds, you know? Like, she moved on from Jack's death, but I think there's, like, some unresolved hurt and fears that she needs to deal with, and I think it came to light in this scene. It's normal, you know, like, you wouldn't think it will, you know, get to you until it happens, right? And that what happened to her in this scene, and Henry was very concerned for her, and I don't know if he was also thinking, like, okay, does she have that love for Nathan as in a romantic way, you know? Like, if I was Henry, I would be, like, questioning, like, okay, what is going on? Yeah, like, not to be mean, like, I don't want to think, you know, Elizabeth is cheating, but I'm just wondering what Henry's thinking. But I think, for the most part, he felt what Elizabeth was feeling in that moment. He never seen her like that emotional and stressed out and just very, very sad.
Okay. Everyone, get into your spots.
You look good, you look good.
Hurry up, Ned. Hurry up. All right. Men, over there. All right. Okay, ladies, stand up straight. Eyes forward. Oh, goodness, he's here!
Come back to Hope Valley, our wonderful home, where everyone's welcome and no one's alone. With our tireless leader, we'll come out on top. We know with Mrs. Rosemary we'll never be stopped.
Hello, Hope Valley!
Welcome, Governor.
Thank you.
We're thrilled to have you. Absolutely thrilled.
And you must be Mrs. Coulter. I understand you're responsible for all of this?
Oh, it was very much a group effort, a labor of love to greet you.
Well, I am beyond grateful.
And we have a host of surprises waiting for you.
First, I'd like to hear about this darling little girl.
Oh, Goldie? Well, she's now sleeping
Governor?
through... Oh,
there are some gentlemen who'd like to speak with you.
So far, so good. Like, it looked, like, great. So far, so good. When the governor asked about Rosemary's daughter, I thought it was very humbling. I thought it was very nice of him to ask. Maybe he is a family man type of guy.
you did it. We did, didn't we?
We need to talk.
In private.
Okay, how about my office?
10 minutes?
Good.
Yeah, I didn't die. Like, so far, so good. And I love the secret meeting, you know, between Nathan, Bill, Elizabeth, Rosemary, Lee, and Lucas. It's good. They're having a group meeting in 10 minutes. And Nathan and Bill, they have, like, a lot of updates to give out to the others. And it's, like, getting close, you know. Hopefully, I'm sure we will get to the bottom of this by the end of this season. And also a little note, the way that Nathan came over to Elizabeth and Rosemary and the others, and then Elizabeth turned around and Nathan gave her that look. I saw that. Again, I feel really bad for Lucas. If you don't see anything wrong with this, like, I don't know, I don't understand you, because, like, if you compare it to real life, like, in a way, Elizabeth is already emotionally cheating on Lucas. Like, it's not good.
The same company that turned Eagle Creek into a desert is now buying up water rights in Rock Creek. They've tricked the farmers and now they're starting to fight back.
It's called Union City Holdings.
Wait a second. UCH. Union City Holdings.
Do you know it?
Yeah, I think I do.
The trestle bridge.
Yeah, this is a delivery map. I've been supplying lumber to these points here.
I don't think these are trestle bridges.
I don't think so either.
Why are they here and not here?
It's because they're not bridges.
That's what Rosemary said.
They're aqueducts.
They're stealing the water from Eagle Creek and Rock Creek.
And sending it to Union City.
Bernhard Montague is the head of Union City Holdings.
Madeline.
She was working for them. That's why she wanted my land, for the water.
The trenches.
They're going to divert the water from us, too.
And I sold them the lumber to do it.
And I sold them the land.
This isn't over yet. They don't know that we know. We have an advantage. But not a word of this to anyone. For now.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Don't you love when all the information connect together to form the actual story of what Bernard is doing in Hope Valley? Now we have an idea. We have a great idea what Bernard and his men are doing. What they did in Eagle Creek and Rock Creek and now Hope Valley. So this needs to be stopped, and this is a big issue, and it's all ties together. I knew it. Like, there's something going on with Madeline. I was like, I don't trust her 100%. I'm sure she is a good person, but she got involved in this shady business, unfortunately. And one of those early signs were when she listening parts of the conversation between Harry from Eagle Creek and Nathan outside of the mercantile. If you remember that scene, I was like, okay, I don't trust her 100%. My next question is, though, will she come back to Hope Valley? I think that's the teacup question of the episode. Will she come back to Hope Valley? I feel like she will. I feel like Hope Valley, like, anything can happen. And I'm sure Bill will give her a second chance if she does show up again in Hope Valley.
Elizabeth?
Henry, hi.
I wonder if I might have a word with you.
Of course. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Where to start here? Look, my old man was not particularly suited to parenting. But before he walked out the door, he left me with one rule that I have tried to operate by. Offer no unsolicited advice. And his exact words are more in the neighborhood of mind your own darn business, but I got his meaning. Only now,
You're gonna break that rule.
I'm thinking on it. I hope you know that I'm only doing it because I admire and respect you.
Of course.
Yesterday, I think that, well, perhaps you should give some thought to how you were feeling yesterday.
I'm fine, Henry. I was worried about a friend.
You're certain?
I'm fine, Henry. You're mistaken.
Alrighty, I made it to the end of episode 9, thank God. 3 more left to go. 6 more filming segment for the last 3 episodes of the season. Yeah, like, from what is happening for the past 4 or 5 episodes this season, like, I knew the scene was coming between Henry and Elizabeth, especially after Henry witnessed what Elizabeth went through the other day. Her emotion was just wild, like off the hook. Like she was really, really emotional. But he meant well. And I think he really didn't want to say it, but basically he's like, you should check yourself out, you know, like where you stand in life, where you stand in your relationship with Nathan and your relationship with Lucas. And Elizabeth doesn't want to admit it because then it would be reality, you know, it would be the truth. She just doesn't want to say the truth out loud. You can tell that she is lying. She is trying so hard to keep it inside of her and not say it to Henry or anyone else. It's really sad, you know, especially if you team Lucas or, you know, if you team Elizabeth happiness, you know, like you would think, you know, Lucas was the one that made her so happy. I think most of us thought Lucas was the one for her, and now the second half of the season, just like the opposite of the first half of the season. I think someone said on Twitter, like, the mood of this season was different compared to season 9, and I agree with her. Season 10, like, I love this show so much, like, don't get me wrong, but, like, how many seasons can we go, you know? It's just, like, I've been waiting to see the wedding of Lucas and Elizabeth and them being a married couple and she getting pregnant again, but with Lucas' first child. I was looking forward to that, and now I feel like it's like a 10% chance going into season 11. So yeah, she is definitely cheating on Lucas. I'm just gonna say it. And I think that's just a poor writing to her character, and I think she is better than that. I think that the writers showrunner fault, let's be honest, like, why, you know? But to me, that showed that they were not confident in Lucas. They were not confident in the direction of Lucas being the one for Elizabeth. And I think part of it is that they are very weak. Like, I'm not sorry. Like, the writing team, whoever decided, you know, Nathan is the one, like, they are wimps. Like, you know, why do you do that? Yeah, I think, like, if it was, like, in the beginning of the love triangle, like, she, you know, go back and forth between Lucas and Nathan, you know, like I wouldn't even, like, complain. But since she is engaged to Lucas and cheating on him with Nathan, and it's just so wrong. And I think the look on her face in this scene with Henry, I was like, girl, like, just freaking admit it. like this is just I think it's shameful. Like, yeah, I think I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna end it on that. It's just shameful. And yeah, I think the writing team is just like, they're weak. Like, you know, why would you do this, you know, after you spent like almost 4 seasons of building Lucas and Elizabeth up. Like, season 10 should have been the spectacular season. Like, it's number 10, you know, and it should have been like the spectacular season for Lucas and Elizabeth because they are getting married. So yeah, I'm still gonna watch episode 10, 11, and 12. I know I'm gonna rant on and on for the remainder of the 3 episodes, the remainder of the season. I don't see myself watching season 11. Like, I'm like Henry right now. I'll be like straight up like blurt it out to Elizabeth, like, just say it. Like, you have feelings for Nathan. Like, he is not your friend. He is more than that for you. And then, like, when she said to Henry the other day, like, not again, like, I don't want to go through this again. I'm like, girl, like, if you want to be with Nathan, you have to go through it again. I mean, that's the honest truth. So, you know, if you really love Nathan, like, you know, your fear should be under your love for Nathan. You know, like, you shouldn't let your fears control your love for Nathan, you know? Like, love should has all fear. Ooh, that's a Bible verse. Anyway, if you already know the answer, just say it as it is. But Teacup question of the episode, do you think Madeline will show up, come back to Hope Valley this season or the next season? I'm sure she will. I mean, I feel like we need a closure from her, you know, whether she visit Hope Valley and have a closure with Bill, or she come back to Hope Valley like permanently. I do see her staying in Hope Valley with her son. I do see them, you know, become used to the Hope Valley lifestyle. I know they are good people. It's just unfortunately they got into this messy situation that they should not be in the first place. But either way, I know Nathan and Bill will get to the bottom of this, and I feel like that meeting in the office was like Scooby-Doo moment, you know, like this little secret meeting, this like secret club, and they know Hope Valley really well. Well, Lucas and Nathan, they not in Hope Valley as long as the others, but like they know Hope Valley, they love Hope Valley, and they will protect the town at all costs. So hopefully, we will get to the bottom of this, but hopefully they will, and hopefully no one gets hurt. We already seen that enough already from Elizabeth. I was like, dang, go. Like, I'm not shaming her emotion, but it's just like now we know where she stands, you know, in the love triangle. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it on that. Thank you guys for your patience. Really, I've been really bad this year with filming and being on time, and been all over the place. But 3 more episodes, and hopefully this will be done before the new year, and definitely would take a few months off. I will be like uploading other content on my channel next year, but I will do a new show next year. I think it most will likely would be a time period piece. I want to stay in one genre. Yeah, but either way, I'm not leaving anytime soon. So there's that. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Christmas season. I hope you're enjoying it. I feel like time is flying by, and I hope you are doing well, and I hope your family is doing well, and sending love to you guys. So see you very soon. Bye.